Hey everyone, this is Bernie, Right Field Collectibles. Today I'm going to do a quick review of my MLB All-Star ticket collection. Could be boring to some, but hopefully some people will find it interesting. We'll go over about 60 years quickly of All-Star Game tickets, since we're starting to talk about the All-Star Game this year, which will be in Los Angeles, and who's going to be playing in it. Have a couple of cards out there while I do the intro here, so you don't have to look at me. It's a nice representing the 1971 All-Star Game there for a couple jersey cards for two Hall of Famers. Started getting into collecting All-Star Game tickets, like a lot of other things, by personal experience. I went to the 1974 All-Star Game in Pittsburgh, was my first one when I would have been in high school. And then I got to go, when I lived on the West Coast, I got to go to a bunch of them, 89 in Anaheim. Then I went to 92 in San Diego. Then I got real excited, flew back to Baltimore for the 93 at Camden Yards, and I had to go back to Pittsburgh for the 94. And then last one I've been to is the 98 in Coors Field when I still lived on the West Coast. Since moving to the East Coast, again, haven't been to any. But anyway, I also am going to give you some trivia to spice things up a bit here as we go through these. Just take a quick look at all these ticket stubs. I mean, the cool thing about All-Star ticket stubs is, especially now, the more modern ones, they have a whole year to get the things ready and develop a theme based around the city. So they have some pretty cool ones. I think it's a lot better than World Series tickets just because they have that extra time to put into it. So, all right, so we'll get started. But the first trivia question we will ask, see who can get it. What pitchers have the most All-Star Game starts? There's two that have 5 and 2 that have 4. We'll see if you can get that. So we start the tickets. Most all of them, I really start with the 1961, but I have one older one, Shibe Park, 1943. It's a pretty cool ticket for being that old. All right, 61, there were 2 All-Star games in 61 and 62. This one is from the Fenway Park. Some of these I had slabbed authentic, so you'll see slabs on about 17 of them. The other 61, Candlestick. 2 of my favorite tickets there. 162, played one game in Wrigley Field. Pretty boring ticket there. The other one was in DC. Knowing that they had 4 All-Star games in 2 years, that should help you with your trivia answer on the pitchers that had the most starts. Give you a little hint there. 64, Shea Stadium. 65, Minneapolis. Nice coloring in that one. 66, the first really good-looking one, I think, St. Louis. 67, Anaheim. Stepped up to the plate. Show the big A there. Very cool. 69, we go down to Texas for the Astrodome. Or 68, I'm sorry. 68 at the Astrodome. 69 is one of the ones I don't have. That was in D.C. And 70 I don't have, which was in Cincinnati. Here's the 71, though. Does anyone, you remember why this All-Star Game's famous? Yeah, the Reggie Jackson Light Tower home run. It's a favorite. All right, trivia question answers. For the first trivia question, the 2 that had 5, Robin Roberts and Don Drysdale. And they were probably right in the middle of that 61, 62, where there was 2 games per year. The 2 that had 4, Jim Palmer and Randy Johnson. All right, next trivia question. There's 5 people that had multiple All-Star MVPs. Can you name them? They all had 2. Let's move on. 72 in Atlanta. Nothing special. 73, that one's not in the best of shape. Kansas City, pretty boring. 74, there's the first one I went to, Pittsburgh. Nice looking ticket. 75, not the best of shape for Milwaukee. At least they got the Wisconsin State outline there. 76, Philadelphia. Just, of course, they had to have the bicentennial in Philadelphia. Made sense. 77, Yankee Stadium. 78, San Diego. Got all the teams' insignias on that one. It's a big one. 79, Seattle. Kingdome. 80, LA. All right, trivia. The answers. The 5 players that had multiple MVPs. Willie Mays. Probably helped him for those 4 in those 2 years too. Steve Garvey. Surprise there. Gary Carter. Another one you wouldn't think of. Cal Ripken. Okay, makes sense. And the last one is the modern guy, Mike Trout. 5 guys with multiple MVPs. All right, next trivia question. Who has the career record for most All-Star Game home runs at the current time? 1981, Cleveland. Pretty boring. 1982, really boring, Montreal. 1983, Chicago Comiskey. 1984, San Francisco. 1985, Minneapolis. Pretty boring. 86, Houston. Not in the greatest of shape, that one. 87, you know if it's in Oakland, it's got to be boring, right? And some of these, maybe if you had a ticket, like a season ticket holder ticket, it might be different. 88, Cincinnati. 89, another one I went to. Really, I consider this the first of the modern ticket stubs. They really made them bigger, really went all out to highlight the city. Very cool one. All right, trivia answer. Most home runs all time with 6, Stan Musial, Stan the Man. All right, who had the most career hits? Most career All-Star hits. As we go into the 90s, 1990, Chicago Cubs. 91, Toronto. It's got the hologram there, so you can see they're starting to step up the quality and the creativity. 82, not that great, but at least they had a die cut or a cutout of the home plate there for San Diego. 93, I'm sorry. Yeah, this is Camden Yards. This one's really cool. Kind of old school paper, fits in with the Camden Yards. That's back when Camden was new and the greatest thing ever. Still an awesome park, and so many have been copied after that model. Pittsburgh, 94. Fred McGriff home run in the bottom of the 9th to tie it. Tony Gwynn scored the winning run in the 10th. 95. Really cool one from Texas. It's condition sensitive because of all the cutouts on the top. Nice card. Philadelphia, 96. Cleveland, 97. Colorado, 98. This is one of my favorites. Boston, 1999. It's got a just a cool insignia there. All right, trivia answer. Most hits, Willie Mays with 23. Once again, he was probably helped by those double All-Star games in 61 and 62. I'm sure he was in all four, no doubt. All right, last trivia question. There's two sets of relatives that have won MVP awards at the All-Star game. Two sets of relatives. Can you name them? Atlanta, 2000. Seattle, 2001. (2003). I'm missing 2002, which is Milwaukee, the game that was tied. This is White Sox, Cellular. 2005 or 4, I'm sorry, back to Houston. Detroit, 2006. You can see the quality nowadays is just, they just do a heck of a good job. Here's Pittsburgh in 2006. This is the award for the gaudiest ticket, no doubt. San Francisco, 07. Got the stadium there. Pretty nice. Yankee Stadium, 08. Back to St. Louis for 09. The Desert, Chase Field, Arizona for 2011. 2010, I don't have, it's Anaheim. This one is pretty cool though. Got the cactus there, good coloring. Royals. Nice looking for 12. 13, back to New York for the Mets. Kind of boring for a New York one though. Minnesota, 14. Also kind of boring. Boy, can you guess who this one's at? Where this is? Yes, Reds, red. Cincinnati. 15. Last couple, 16. San Diego, that's a very cool one. 17, Miami. You can tell that's Miami, very jazzy. Very nice. And the last one I have is Washington for 18. Haven't got the 19 and 20 yet. I'm actually thinking about selling these things. Selling my collection so I can buy more Clemente cards. So if you know anyone that'd be interested in buying the whole collection, let me know. I'm considering putting them on eBay, or I think that's better to sell them as a set rather than individually, but we'll see. All right, to answer the last trivia question, the two sets of relatives. All right, in 98 and 99, the Alomar brothers, Roberto and Sandy. Probably wouldn't have thought of that one. The other one you might have gotten. 1980, Ken Griffey. 1992, Ken Griffey Jr. All right, that wraps it up. Hope you enjoyed the little trip down memory lane in the All-Star Pro tickets. We will catch you next time. Any leave comments, any of your favorite ones or any memories you have of All-Star games. Bye.